Let's talk about capital gains tax and the changes that we can expect in tomorrow night's budget. Today is Monday, May 11. Now, nothing definitive has been released by the federal government as yet when it comes to capital gains tax, unlike other areas. So we haven't heard anything on CGT. We also haven't heard anything on possible changes to trusts. But what we will want to hear tomorrow night is any possible exemptions when it comes to anything other than property. Because capital gains tax goes beyond just property. When we're talking about housing supply and intergenerational equity, it's very easy to just limit this to property. That is not what it's all about. Capital gains tax is applied on the sale of a small business. It's also applied on the sale of personal collectible items such as fine art. But what about other investments? So we've got ETFs, shares, cryptocurrency, we've got gold. And what about startups? How is all of this investing going to be impacted by these changes? So let's hope that the federal government actually puts some exemptions in place when it comes to capital gains tax, because they could easily be undoing all of the work that they're supposedly doing to try and bridge this intergenerational equity or this wealth gap. Because how many investors are there, millennials and younger, that can't actually get a leg up onto the property market, and they turn to these other investments? So they're turning to these investments, crypto, ETFs, shares, gold, all of it. They're turning to this to try and build that wealth to get onto the property market. If we then have these changes that are just going to basically knock the legs out from under them, how is that going to help? How is that going to help the housing crisis? How's it going to help intergenerational equity? So one thing we would love to see tomorrow night is some consideration of all the other asset classes when it comes to capital gains tax. So I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you feel. Do you think that the other asset classes should be exempt? Are you in a situation that you've been investing in other items, other investments, and how do you feel about this? So as always, hit that follow button for more, and don't forget we have got an Instagram live tomorrow night covering everything when it comes to budget.